And so it was that the once proud kingdom of Glenbrook did fall. Aesfrost seized control of the Crown City, threatening to bring the surrounding domains under its iron yoke. Now the Archduke's army marches upon House Wolfort's stronghold, where Prince Roland is being sheltered by his loyal friends and allies.
7 Part 1, Assault Upon the Scales. Anything... Any other stories? None. Damn. I don't know what to say, we just got here. The Aesfrost Archduke enters Whitehelm Castle, the seat of power in Glenbrook, and lays claim to the throne. Encampment? I don't think there'd be anything in encampment. Nah, it's just shops and stuff.
Your most honorable siblings, Lord Thalas and Lady Erica, have arrived, my lord.
Thank you for the escort. You may go now.
If there is anything else that you require, anything at all, you need but say the word.
Wait, this guy new? No, that's... Really? Khonsar, I guess you do look evil, so I guess that's what you would follow suit. Yeah, of course.
In that case, I would have a bottle of the realm's finest wine and a serving of fresh fruit delivered to my quarters.
But of course, milady, I shall have the servants fetch it at once.
Ever eager to please, isn't he?
I believe the word you're looking for is sycophant. Congratulations on bringing Glenbrook to its knees, brother. It's a thing of beauty, what you've accomplished. I trust you're already seeing to that fuss outside the castle walls?
Of course.
The other domains are putting up little in the way of resistance. Lord Telior trembles in his seat within the stronghold, and Lord Falx was oblivious to what was happening until it was far too late.
How easily the 3 high houses of Glenbrook break under your iron boot, brother.
Wolfort is the last to hold out, but Avlora will deal with them. Prince Roland will be in our hands before long.
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail. Yet here she sits on the throne. She looks less a vanquished princess and more a queen.
Wait, hold up.
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail.
Jail? But that says Gal. Or is that another one of those cases where it's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the exact same way, and I'm just stupid?
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail.
Ah, well.
That is precisely what I would have her be.
Whatever do you mean?
Once things have calmed, I shall assume guardianship over her and have her crowned. A few days hence, Regna will be executed. I've already informed Patriat as much.
So the wise and benevolent King Regna meets his end at last.
Father!
What?
Please, can someone explain? What are we going to do? Excuse me. Can you tell me what's happening? Please.
Did I hear him wrong? I don't.
Subjects of Glenbrook, I am Gustadolf, Archduke and High Commander of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Hear my words. The sins King Regna has committed against us, and against you, his own people, are grievous indeed.
What has he done to us?
3 decades have passed since the end of the war. In the years since, we have all done what we can to rebuild our nations. The opening of the Grand Norzelian mines was to be the dawn of a new age. An age where our 3 nations would work together for the peace and prosperity of all. But King Regna spat in the face of that glorious dream. As our engineers worked tirelessly to put success within reach, your King Regna schemed in the shadows to seize control of the mine for his own profit. And when Dragan Esfrost, my dear cousin, and the man tasked with overseeing the mine's operations, became aware of this plot, King Regna had him assassinated in cold blood. In doing so, he betrayed not only my own nation and the holy state of Hyzant, but you as well. The very people who were to share in the wealth the mine would bring. And so we were left with no choice but to march on Whiteholm Castle and put an end to Regna's treachery by force. Our actions were born of a righteous duty to avenge Dragan's murder and this odious betrayal of this historic accord between our nations. What say you, King Regna? Do you deny these charges against you?
I do not. But I beg of you, spare my children.
Subjects of Glenbrook, your traitor king admits his guilt before you. The punishment for these crimes is death. Off with his head!
Roland, Cordelia, the future of our kingdom is in your hands now.
Just days after the fall of the Crown City, King Regna of Glenbrook is beheaded before his subjects. The death of this kind and benevolent monarch plunges the realm into confusion and chaos. With the king perishes an all too short-lived era of peace, and in its place, one of bloodshed and turmoil.
All right, we got a couple of side story things now. Minister Patriate, advisor to the king, conducts a covert investigation of the Crown City under pretense of a routine inspection. But to what end?
It would seem things have calmed outside the castle walls.
What is to become of us now? Word has it the Kingsguard's been slaughtered to the last man. We must flee while we have our lives.
If they meant to kill ordinary folk like us, wouldn't they have done so already? Even as frosty dogs have some honor then. Who'd have thought? Anyway, there's no point fighting. What'll be, will be.
Our people seem less resentful of Esfrost than I would have expected. No doubt due to the Archduke's decision to focus their attack on the castle and leave the town itself unscathed. So, the common folk won't be a problem. That just leaves the matter of the royal family. His Grace and the Crown Prince have been dealt with, and Princess Cordelia has been brought to heel. Prince Roland is the only one unaccounted for, but the men I arranged for hunt him down as we speak. Word has it there's also a sizable bounty on his head. No, he'll not last long. I knew Gustadolf to be a shrewd man, but his attention to detail is nothing short of astonishing. I have seen all I would. Let us return.
I mean, they wouldn't attack the common folk, I think, because they still need a workforce. They still need people to run the town and produce whatever the hell it's going to produce. They could take it down to a bare minimum, but that just leads to resentment and fear and anger. What about you guys up here? They showed only them a brief bit. Oh no, that's the... Yeah, Lord Silvo Tellior, head of one of Glenbrook's three houses, high houses, ponders what the future holds for his demesnes.
Whatever is House Tellior to do?
This guy. One of the lesser evil portraits.
With King Regna gone, we must find a way to preserve ourselves. Landroy, that proud fool, will no doubt fight to the bitter end. But House Fawkes alone is no match for the Grand Duchy. Yet if House Wolford were to fight at their side... They say Prince Roland is in Wolford's charge. If this is true, there's a good chance they will join the fray. Or will they? The Wolfords may choose to ransom the prince to Esfrost, in return for amnesty for their own domain. If it comes to that, Esfrost will either kill the prince and princess, or use them as their pawns, and Glenbrook will fall. Bending the knee to Esfrost may be our only hope if we are to live to see tomorrow.
That's kind of what I expected. He's a smaller kingdom of a smaller house. Unless he wants his entire people and him to go down, he has to just bend the knee. What about the Falk Streets? Lord Landroy Falks, King Regna's loyal bannerman, since the day of the Sultan War, receives the news of his liege's grim fate. What's going on here?
Your Majesty, House Fawkes has failed you. I have failed you. High House, damn it all! When you needed us most, we were not there to answer the call. How did we not see what they were plotting? How did we not know to go to your aid? But no, cursing our fate will not bring you back to us. We must focus our efforts on the one who might yet save Glenbrook from downfall. We must protect Prince Roland with our lives.
I mean, we all guessed it was gonna happen. They're the ones with the most evil portraits of them all. But now for the interesting. What about over here in the Sands area? News of Glenbrook's fall reaches the citadel of the Sands in the far-off holy state of Hyzance, where a great battle of the Sultan War was fought so many years ago. What's going on here?
Minister Sorsley.
What is it this time, Booker?
We've just received word that S. Frost has launched a surprise invasion of Glenbrook. Whiteholm burns as we speak.
What's this?
The Crown City has fallen. King Regna was beheaded, and it is said Crown Prince Franny also perished in the fray. Prince Roland has fled to the domain of House Wolfort, with the Grand Duchy's army in close pursuit.
Goddess forbid. What could the Archduke be plotting? And what do the others think of the matter?
At any rate, I must speak with the Hierophant at once.
Minister, if I may assuage you, I propose that perhaps this situation may yet play to House N's benefit.
Our benefit, you say? Indeed. Indeed, you may have the right of it. My dear Booker, whatever would House N do without you?
Send a bird to the palace. Tell them that the Holy One's faithful servant Sorsley would humbly beg an audience.
At once, Master.
They're all for it. They're okay with it. But let's see how things are going back on here. Wolford Streets. Having made their escape by boat, Serenoa and his retinue finally make their way back to the Wolfort Immense. But what awaits them there? Oh, nothing good. I did, Leon, but at this point I expected to just ignore it.
Lord Serenoa, thank the heavens you're safe. It is good to be home.
Castle Wolfort is the most impregnable stronghold in all the kingdom. You will be safe here, Your Highness.
Thank you. I can only hope Father and Sir Maxwell are safe as well.
Benedict, there is news.
What's the matter, Benedict? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
Your Highness, my lord, pray try to remain calm. His Grace was beheaded at the Crown City not bells ago.
Father. No. Say it is not so.
Roland.
I can only imagine what you're feeling now, Your Highness. But I fear we have not the luxury of grieving. As the last living heir to the throne, there is no doubt that the Archduke will target you next.
Indeed. We must move quickly. I would seek Father's counsel. About Lord Simon.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
What is it? Has something befallen Father? Father!
Lord Simon, what is the meaning of this?
He collapsed when he heard the news from the Crown City, and has not opened his eyes since.
You must be mad. The man was stronger than an ox.
We cannot afford to lose Lord Simon. Not now, of all times.
Father. Be strong, Father. This realm still needs you. I still need you, Father. Father.
Serenoa.
Is there any chance he will recover?
Our healers are doing everything they can, but none can say.
Very well.
Do not give up hope, Serenoa. The malady will not take your father easily.
Forgive me, Roland.
I can only imagine what you feel now.
I must stay strong. I cannot allow Father's death to be in vain. You too must remain composed. For Lord Simon. And for those who now look to you for guidance in his stead.
I will try.
Pardon me, my lord. I come bearing a message.
From whom?
The scout we had sent in search of Sir Maxwell returned with this.
Sir Maxwell's mask.
Reports have it that it was found near Whiteholm Bridge.
Blood. No, it cannot be.
This mask was all that was found, you say?
The bridge was all but overflowing with the bodies of the fallen. It was not possible to ascertain all of their identities. And the swift course of the river thwarted any efforts to search further.
I see. Thank you for the report. Get some rest. You have earned it.
Yes, my lord.
Sir Maxwell, you too abandon me now?
At Gustadolf's command, Esfrost musters its forces at Whiteholm Castle and commences a march on the Wolfort domain. Their aim, to seize in their clutches Prince Roland, the unwilling heir to Glenbrook's throne.
Still no combat, funny enough. And no more green ones for side story just yet. Or different perspectives at the very least. As Esfrost's army advances on Castle Wolfort, another crisis looms large for Serenoa and Prince Roland. Are they gonna learn about the bounty or what's gonna happen now?
My lord, the Esfrosti army advances on us as we speak. A missive has arrived from Lord Gustadolf. It says they will stand down on the condition that we surrender Prince Roland to them at once.
We've not much time before they're on our doorstep, my lord.
Word has it that General Avlora herself heads the vanguard.
Gustadolf's not taking any chances. The scheming bastard.
Summon the War Council at once. We must take swift action.
You cannot be serious about this.
It's all right, Frederica.
Please continue, Benedict.
Thank you. Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
I say we refuse. We owe Sir Maxwell that much. Precisely. Sir Maxwell entrusted us with keeping His Highness safe, and we accepted.
There's no place in the realm more sheltered by the terrain than this castle. He is safer here than anywhere. And yet, if the Archduke were to march on us with an army as great as the one that took the Crown City, or, heaven forbid, a greater one,
the natural fortifications of this land would work against us. Our shelter would become our jail.
So you propose that we just abandon him? That we sacrifice his life for our own protection?
Better my life than any of yours. This is my battle. I would not see the blood of my friends spilt in my name.
But see, Your Highness, that's where you're wrong. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown. You go to battle, we go with you. So it's always been.
enough! I will leave before I see your domain ravaged by fighting. It is the only way. Surely you see this, yes?
I refuse to believe sacrificing any of us is the correct path.
My lord, we cannot allow war to come to the Wolfort domain. Your highest priority must be to your loyal subjects. You must decide.
I cannot render a decision here and now. There must be some solution. As his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince. But as the lord, I must ensure my people's safety. We cannot hope to win against Aesfrost, but if we do nothing to stop them, many will lose their lives. All these are correct. We cannot decide this at the moment. There's gotta be something else. As his vassal, we have to protect the prince, but as a lord to people, we have to ensure their safety in one way or another. And we cannot beat them, but if we don't stop them, they're just gonna come through and fuck everything up. Wait and see is normally the way things go worse. Especially in a situation like this, I think. I guess the middle one?
As his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince. But as their lord, I must ensure my people's safety.
I am sorry, Serenoa. Pray do what you feel is best for your house. I will find some way of helping my family.
Your mind is made up, then.
As the master of this domain, you and no other must decide how we proceed.
I understand that, Benedict. Prepare the scales of conviction. I would hear everyone's thoughts on the matter.
Finally, we get another scale of conviction. Nothing else going on? Nope, it's gonna hinge on whatever the fuck we're gonna do. As the Aesfrosti army can continue the inexorable march on Castle Wolfort, Serenoa and his retinue discussed their best path forward, or the best path forward. Probably should have said before that.
I will give the signal when it is time to cast your vote. I ask each of you to weigh the matter carefully till then.
Very well, my lord. To our own councils we go.
Hearts are divided. Still, a compelling argument may yet change some minds. Last I have an incomplete picture of the situation. And I would be a poor lord if I did not hear the voice of my people. I should venture into town. Going out, my lord? Yes, I wish to ensure everything in the town is in order. When work is done, pray speak to me once more. I should turn to the hall once I've spoken with the people. Perhaps I'll learn something that will sway some minds. A terror like none other came over me when I saw the state in which you returned, my lords. Shit was pretty fucked up, yeah. There's no one here and no shiny to comfort. There's an HP ring. I pray we've never known conflict again after the Saltrian War. Yet here we stand, peering into the abyss. It was Glenbrook and Aesfrost launching an attack on Hyzant all all those years ago. The Holy State, reeling from the surprise assault, turned to Lord Simon for help. Back then, Wolford was still an independent clan and agreed to an alliance. All Norzelia was poor for the fighting. Its nations and people were left depleted. So I have heard. Father told me stories of secret meetings with the King Regna that restored peace to the realm. Indeed, it was they who brought Hyzant and Esfrost to the table, and then the war to an end. It was your father's efforts that led the king to bring your house into the royal family's folds as the crown's military might. War is brewing, Lord Serenoa. Think carefully upon how you will navigate it. No, I never fucking thought peace was everlasting, but just to read these off, I found myself in an unfortunate position of having thought peace would be everlasting. Bullshit. I cannot allow the currents to carry me along. I must use them to my advantage, and turn the tide of the battles to come. My father risked his life to bring honor to our house. I'll not be the one to tarnish his legacy. The top one is stupid. We never thought that peace was going to be an actual thing that lasts. I believe this Torchon event shows that it lasted, I want to say, less than a week's time. Less than probably 5 days' time, if I'm being honest. But that's for one of these two. Not that I think it truly matters, but just in case, I have a coin. Let's say this for the top one, this for the bottom one, and let's see what the coin decides for us today. Alright. The coin says the bottom one. My father risked his life to bring honor to our house. I'll not be the one to tarnish his legacy. After all, 'tis a legacy of compassion and fighting for what's right that makes us proud to call this demesne home. But I would warn you, legacy are slippery things and easily ruined. Tread carefully and choose wisely, young lord. I should take that to heart, thank you. I see a shiny down there. No way to go inside that one. This one? Thought there was something over. Oh wait, there's more books. Everybody looks so scared. What happened, Lord Serenoa? Best you don't know. Long have I heard rumors of secret traps that dot the Wolford demesne. If the tales are to be believed, they serve to make quick work of any invaders. I can't help but wonder, why keep such a valuable weapon secret? Secret traps. It's hard to say what this might mean for us. They may well be employed to give us the advantage in battle, but at what cost to our own? Wolford secret traps. Can you even see them? Or would they just be a thing that, like, a tile, if you attack it, something happens? Oh, I think I saw one. I know, Kitty. I know. Why is Esfrost attacked? I thought all this conflict was behind us with the opening of the mines. And what of your marriage to Frederica? Was that merely a ruse? Esfrost's betrayal will not stand. They will answer for their atrocities. I surely could reason Frederica knew nothing of this. Pray do not blame her for Esfrost's atrocities. Calling a secret weapon and using it early in the story. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. Secret weapons are for the end. The kingdom has no true allies nor true enemies. We shall sue for peace and work to avoid further conflicts. First off, don't let Frederica take any of this. She knew nothing, as far as we're aware. Yes, of course, she's your betrothed. We too wish to believe she had no hand in this. And surely they will not come for our demesne, where the Archduke's own sister now resides. Precisely. Yes, you have nothing to fear. We shall defend our land to the end. 'Tis a relief to hear that. My heart aches for the royal family. But I should hate to see such an unnecessary war descend upon us. The option sounds like something to not use this early, yeah. There's a paper calling for the arrest of Prince Roland. Says they want him taken alive. I shudder to think what will become of the kingdom now. If he's to be delivered alive, I'd wager they have no plan of executing him. At least not anytime soon. I should let the others know of this. I do not believe that for a fucking slightest. Odds are they're gonna make something out of him. Like, make a symbol out of him of like, to not resist. Is it true? Has Airfrost attacked the Crown City? How could the nobles have let this happen? Because the nobles aren't the ones standing there saying, don't do it. The nobles aren't the ones with the swords. Alright, no shinies. I had a mind to make my way to the capital, but the high road's blocked. I'll execute him. Yeah, pretty much. I firmly believe he will get the mask and become Shar. I doubt it. He'd become the next Matthew or whatever it is. What's speaking of this anyways? Anyway, I've got mouths to feed at home. Yeah. Oh, I think I saw shiny. HP pellet. There's a commotion in the capital, to be sure, but it'll all be over soon. The Dawn Spear will see to that. Aye, the sun won't set on Glenbrook till Sir Maxwell falls, huh? Ha! I thought that would ever happen. Sir Maxwell laid down his life so that we may see another day. We must do all in our power to see that his noble sacrifice was not in vain. How's it going, Jason? 4 a.m. Your man's going to bed. Have a good night, my dude. Damn. Oh, wait, there's a house here. Does it have shinies? No, I don't think so. Has the Crown City truly fallen? What madness is this? A lot of things going wrong. Almost not herself today. Has something scary happened? Not yet. It'll be happening real fucking soon. Alright, so what have we learned? The city apparently has a secret weapon that is just a bunch of traps laid throughout the city to thwart any invaders. Problem is we don't know what kind of traps they are. And not the one I'm paid to talk about. Doorboy F. And it's all the time. That happens. That happens a lot, isn't it, Jason? Yeah, the night is over. It is. The city has traps to defend against invaders, but we don't know what kind or what they would do. I highly doubt something magical, because so far the game is not really leaning into the spiritual aspect of anything. As far as we're aware, the Hyzants believe that the goddesses protects their walls, but that is, as far as we can tell, it's just fucking sturdy. It is sturdy as rock towering above all else. You guys stream, brother? Thanks, man. I'll do the best I can. I'm willing to bet that if it's traps later on the city, it's meant to burn it to the ground to make sure they don't take it. Like a sort of scorched earth strategy, if I have to guess. On the other hand, they say they want him alive, and we've heard from like our own thing over there, or it's a giant robot or fireballs. It's probably the fireballs. Nothing here is mech yet, Angelo. You know it. No matter how much you want to inject Gundam and everything, it can't be injected into this just yet. Later, for all I know, maybe. I doubt we'll be the only mission in this place, probably, if I have to guess. If we defend it, and we defend it successfully, we're going to be the lord of a ruin. But it's still a defensible position, technically. Or somewhat defensible. If we don't, and we give up Roland, odds are they don't invade, there's no combat, but something else has to happen. We hear that they wanted to make him keep the prince alive, or not the princess. I don't remember if it was the prince as well, so. For all I know, they might actually want him alive and use it as a puppet. I honestly doubt they'd be so noble, but because like the prince was, or no, they don't know the prince was there to see the death of their own, of the crown killing their own cousin to frame us. But turning to the council chamber, my lord. Yeah, we can get nothing else from out here, I think. She is undecided back there. Like, even the prince is all for surrendering himself. And that's just weird.
Serenoa.
I don't see a way to avoid weighing my life against those of others. I trust we can find it. Decide what you will. I shall follow whatever judgment you pass. This one will not be easily swayed. I'm going to postpone the persuasion because, honestly, I'm not sure. He'll probably live or escape. Probably. I feel like he's enough of a pivotal character for the moment. And again, like, understanding writing in these sorts of games, it cannot split too harshly, I think. So, I feel like no matter what we pick, he has to live in the end. But is the limit to how many games a person can recommend? I don't remember if I set one, but you can figure it out. I remember saying this, and I still kind of want to stick with it. I'm wondering if the game has a sort of normal, intended, or what have you route that will lead you into, no matter what you do. And I kind of want to see what it is. A normal run where we do not try to influence anything. So we're not going to try to persuade anyone. Let's just see what the decisions are.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we surrender Prince Roland, or do we protect him from those who would do him harm? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You will not know who voted what until the end. And I will decide the prince's fate.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Surrender Prince Roland and avoid conflict with the Esfrosti army. All right, we live with it.
The way forward is decided. Surrendering Prince Roland is the only way we can survive.
So be it.
The decision is made. This is the path we walk.
Was there truly no other way?
Roland.
Say no more. Thank you for sheltering me, my friend. The choice you have made is wise and just. Go forward with your heads high.
Roland has left the party. Yeah, remember, Roland was the one that said, give himself up. A soul upon the scales. Completed. I'm gonna make a separate one just in case. I don't know. Edge is not tied to age, my good man.